And tonight, 1st through 5, we are tracking storms along the first coast and damage caused by a likely tornado. Now, these are the images showing the possible tornado or the storm where it came from struck in southern St. Johns County, toppled trees onto homes and onto US 1. And just into our newsroom to give us a good perspective, the impact of this possible tornado, you can see a bird's eye view of the damage left behind by this storm. You can see a lot of trees down in the neighborhood, debris there. That has been not a very nice situation, but nobody hurt as far as we know so far. And this is a time-lapse view of the severe storm as it swept across the Crescent Beach area in St. Johns County. This was about 2:30 this afternoon, and you can see the heavy rain and very dark clouds with the storm that caused the damage that we're seeing now.
And so here's another look right now as the storm slammed this neighborhood in Butler Beach with heavy rain. No reports of any damage in that area. The next concern for some of our communities is flooding right now. A large portion of the first coast receiving a steady rain since early this morning. This is video of some slow-moving traffic during the rain in Orange Park. Now let's take a look at these pictures. All of Northeast Florida is under a flood watch until tomorrow night. These are images from the Melrose Fire Department showing flooding along the Putnam and Alachua County line. Creeks full of water and water pooling on some of the roads in that area. So tonight, we've got you covered on all parts of this storm system. Along with tracking the damage, we're watching for potential flooding as well.
And more rain still in the area right now. We have live team coverage for you tonight. Meteorologist Tim Deegan has been tracking this now for a couple of hours, all day long, really. But let's begin with Juliet Dreyer in southern St. Johns County. Folks are talking about that possible tornado.
Hey, Jeannie, yeah, we are actually in that Crescent Beach area right now at the corner of Sea Cove and Sea Place. And look at the damage here around me. You can see the fence got knocked off, the door right here. And we have our helper, Cash, here today. Cash lives in this house. He was actually here when all this went through. So he's going to help show us around. So let's go ahead in the backyard. We're going to watch our step because we want Richard, our photographer, to be safe. There is debris all over this backyard. Now, as we come up here, you can see a little bit more of this damage. This tree was toppled over. It actually, we're told by the owner, a woman named Jessie, who you're going to hear from in a minute, we're told that this was a strong, healthy tree. And as we walk around here to the backyard, you can actually see the root system of this tree. We want to make sure Richard, our photographer, is being safe. Again, lots of debris around here. Now, just further, you can see that backyard fence where that is blown over. And we are told that firefighters actually came here and told the woman, Jessie, who lives here, that this is the path that the tornado started, that it started just a little bit back this way and came through here. Now, meanwhile, she was home with her family. She said all of the doors blew open as this storm blew through. So we want to hear from her in her own words what happened.
It only lasted a minute, but it was very scary. You know, you got tree limbs coming all over, ripping the roof off, hitting the screen of the house, and kids just going crazy.
So also we're told that a lot of the furniture over here was blown all over the place. It was actually the doors just right over here that blew open, and we're told that the rain came into the house and people were having a hard time sliding around. Cash, remember, was in that house, and I mean, you must have been scared, buddy. Is there anything you want to say? No, yeah, must have been scared, just recovering from that situation. But look again at all of this debris, this huge tree in the backyard. Actually, Richard, if we can, maybe this tall one over here, you can see the top of it broken off. I spoke with a man across the street, and he told me that he believes the top of that tree blew into his yard. So a lot of damage here, a very strong storm. Again, possible tornado that came through here. Hasn't been confirmed by the Weather Service yet, but lots of debris, lots of damage right now. People just starting to clean up, call their insurance adjusters and everything here, but it's definitely going to be a while to clean up, and people like Cash here are just lucky and happy that they are safe. Reporting live in St. Augustine, Juliet Dreyer, First Coast News.
Thank you, Juliet, and her faithful young reporting companion.
Wow,
Cash.
yes,
Very
glad
good.
Cash is okay, but thank you for showing us that damage.
I think we can learn a few things from that.
I was going to say, as you've been looking at that, what did you observe?
First of all, notice that the house itself and the windows are intact. Typically, because we have EF0s and EF1s, as long as you get inside, you're fine. But you notice that door came open. I don't know, but my guess is that door is probably not locked. It may not sound like much, but very often, whether it's that type of storm or even a tropical cyclone, lock the doors and you're going to save yourself some damage inside homes. Let's take